Hello guys, welcome to Salesforce Network Salesforce Administrator Tutorial. Today's topic is field. So fields in Salesforce ecosystem are the building blocks for data management. Column is fields. In different database, in another database, for table there is a column. But in Salesforce, for object there is a field. So without having the field or without having the column, if you are simply entering the data, that is no use at all. You can't came to know that which information is related to which type. So the type is going to be represented by the fields. So it is a column within an object for storing data. So field is what? A column for storing the data in an object. So again, fields are of two types, that is standard fields and custom fields. Standard fields, these are created by Salesforce. Again, it cannot be deleted as we can't delete the standard object. The standard fields which is created by Salesforce, again we can't delete these standard fields. So some of the standard fields are called system fields. So this is also again interview question. What are system fields? So some of the standard fields are called system fields, that are ID, is deleted, created date, last modified date, created by ID, last modified by ID, system mod stamp. So this all the fields having their different meaning. So we will see in the practical. Second one is custom field, created by user and have extension of _C. So as we had seen in the custom object, we are having _C at the end. Same like the custom object, we are having _C when we are creating the fields. So for creating the fields, we have to choose data type, and that data type is already given by Salesforce. Without choosing the data type, we can't create the field, and that data type is already provided by Salesforce. So create custom field for employee object. As we had created the custom object employee, that is denoted by _C at the end. So for employee object, we have to create these many fields. So these are the fields in Salesforce. These are the fields, but in different another database, this employee is we are going to treat as a table, and this employee ID, designation, experience, date of birth, it is going to represent as columns. So when we are creating the fields, we have to choose any type. Until we are not defining the type of that particular field, it can't be created. So there are different data types are there, already Salesforce has provided. So we are going to see that one also. So today's assignment is create custom fields for the custom object employee. So for our employee, we have to create custom fields. Already we had seen in the this table. So in this table we had seen these many fields we have to create. And second assignment, create custom fields amount for the standard object account. So can we create field for standard object as well? So its answer is yes. This is again an interview question. For a standard object, can we create a field? Yes, as we are using the standard object, and if in that particular object one field needed as per the business scenario, so in that case we can create our own field. So we are going to see that one also. For any standard object, we are free to create the fields. So by providing the URL login.salesforce.com and username followed by password, hit the login button. We are able to log in, and by default it is going to display the lightning experience, and we are at setup view. So as per the assignment, we have to create fields for employee object. Already employee object we had created. So also let's see where employee object is represented in our application. So we need to click on app launcher, search for our application, that is EMS, employee management system. Click on this. So as we had created already employee object, in the employee management system application, if I am clicking on this employee, so this is the view what Salesforce has created and given to us for the custom objects. So there is a list view, recently viewed and all. There is no record at all. Until we are not creating the fields, we are not supposed to enter the information. So by default, Salesforce had given some of the fields. So if I am clicking on new, as I had not created any field, but still employee name is available here. So when we are creating the custom object, at that point of time, there is giving a probability of creating a name of type text, or it is of auto number. So yesterday we had chosen a text type, so employee name is coming. We will see this also, why it is coming, why it is provided by Salesforce. So as we had seen in the PPT that there is some standard fields are created by Salesforce for any custom object we are creating. So if I want to see for this employee object what are the fields available, so click on setup, click on edit object. So for employee object or for any object, from the object manager we have to search for the object, then their details is giving over here at the left panel, and for this employee object details are this. As we had created yesterday and we had given the description of this object, this object is created for EMS application. API name is going to be used for configuration or customization in this Salesforce organization. This is of custom type. Singular we had singular label we had given employee and plural is employees. We had enabled the report, track activities, track field history, and deployment status we had chosen deployed radio button. So just click on fields and relationship. So as This is created by us or as per the business need. So these are the fields which is created by Salesforce and given to us. So these fields are not we can create. So these are the fields. This is again a interview question. If we are creating our own custom object, is Salesforce is creating any fields, or in the next type they are asking created by field is created by whom? So that is created by us or that is created by Salesforce and given to us. So whenever we are creating any custom object, these four fields are available. Anyhow it is going to be created at the time of creation of object. So these are fields, these are not objects. Object is this one. So employee is a object. We had created employee object, we had not created any fields, but these fields are created by Salesforce on behalf of this custom object and given to us. In today's session we are going to create the fields as per our need. So how we can create the fields? At the right side we are seeing new, deleted fields, field dependency, set history tracking. So if there are so many fields are there, if we need to search for that particular field, simply we have to click here in the quick find. We can find out or we can search for that particular field. Or if we need to create a new field, as we had seen in our PPT, for employee object we have to create fields. So we need to click on new. After clicking on new, in the first step it is saying that choose the field type. So before providing the name of that particular field, it is saying that choose the field type. Specify the type of information that the custom field will contain. That custom field is going to contain which type of data, that is auto number type, formula type, roll of summary. This will a little bit critical one, so for now we are skipping this. Roll of summary, lookup relationship, master detail relationship, external relationship. There is a relation for the master detail relationship, it is going to be create roll of summary. So which type of data we are going to create? So this is very important point. Like whenever we need to create a field, in the first step we are getting like choose the field type. Specify the type of information that the custom field will contain. So custom field will contain which type of data, that is auto number or formula or any relationship type or checkbox or currency, date, date time, email, geolocation, number, percent, phone, pick list multi-select, text, text area long, text area rich, text encrypted, time, URL. So which type of data you are going to create? For any field, which type of data you are going to create? That type you have to select first. Until you are not selecting any data type, you can't be create the field. So this is simple. Like if we are going to see in our PPT, we have to create employee ID. So employee ID is collecting what? Employee ID will be a pick list type, or a number type or a text type or a boolean type? Yes, no. Which type of employee ID will be? So employee ID is going to be represented by a text and number. The combination of text and number is going to represent employee ID of any employee. So whenever we are going to join a company or we are going to work for a company, then we are getting allotted by the employee ID. So how it is going to be generated? Suppose HCL employee ID I have to create. So HCL, maybe it is going to define like HCL and 001 for the first employee, then HCL 002 for second employee. So which type of data it is going to store? So that is the combination of text and number. So again, designation. So designation, which type of data it is going to store? Is it number? Is it boolean? Is it checkbox? Is it text or what? So we need to define first the type. So designation is like a text area we are going to take, like someone designation is little bit long, or we can go with text also. So experience is having a long note we have to write. So in that case we can't take number, we can't take boolean. So the suggested data type for experience is text area long. So we need to create date of birth field. So for this date of birth we are supposed to take date data type. As Salesforce is providing the date data type, so simply we can go with date, or otherwise we are in the different databases somehow there is a combination of text, again they are going with number and all. So but in Salesforce directly we are getting date data type, so simply we can take the date. So again coming back to our Salesforce org. So first thing what we have to create, employee ID. So for employee ID I am going to take text. Allows user to enter any combination of letters and numbers. So what it is allowing? It is allowing combination of letters and numbers. What is required for any employee ID? So any employee ID is going to hold the information of or collect the information of characters and numbers. So we have to click on next. Next here we have to provide in the step 2 enter the details. Here we have to provide the field label, length, field name. It is for configuration or customization. So this field name is an external, this field name is an internal reference and is used for integration purpose such as custom links, custom yes controls and the API. Be careful when changing the field name as it may affect existing integrations. So if we are changing this field name frequently, that means that is not a suggestion. You don't have to change the field name frequently. You can change the label of that particular field, but don't change the field name as it is as this is not the best practice to change the name of field frequently. So here I am going to take employee ID, means I am putting employee ID. when we are pressing the tab, employee ID field name is automatically it is getting generated. So in the field name there can't be space, so it is adding underscore. And length I am going to provide like 50. I can go with 20, 25. This is to store employees ID. Help text also we can give. Here I am providing unique ID, as in any organization employee ID will be unique. It is not going to be duplicate. Like if you are getting the employee ID, the next person is not going to get the same employee ID, so it must be unique. Required means what? Always require a value in this field in order to save a record. So until we are not providing this employee ID value, it is not going to save. So anyhow, for any organization it is compulsory. Do not allow duplicate values. Treat ABC and ABC, capital ABC and small abc as duplicate values. That is case insensitive. So if there is a capital alphabet and a small alphabet, so it is going to treat as a duplicate value. Treat ABC and capital ABC and small abc as different values. So in this case it is going to treat as a two different values. So if one so let's take an example, like if someone is entering someone is having Aman name. So if he is entering Aman in capital letter, whole AMAN in capital letter, so it is going to be a one value. And if someone is creating another record Aman in a small letter, it is going to be treated as a second value. So this will be two different values, but in first case that is going to be duplicate. If Aman is already presenting, second Aman can't be created. So external ID, set this field as unique record identifier from an external system. So for now it is not important. Add auto add to custom report type. So by default it is getting added if the checkbox is checked. So default value, so formula editor. So by formula also we are going to create the fields or put the value. So for now we are not going to see this. So in this enter the details, we are going to provide the field label, then length, field name is auto populated. We have to provide the description as a best practice. Help text, this is also again a best practice. If it is required, we have to make it checked. And if it is a duplicate, means do not allow the duplicates, we need to check this checkbox. So in our case we are going to make this field as unique, as employee ID is not going to be given to users the same one, so it will be unique. And clicking on next button. In step third, establish field level security. So this is again an important part. In Salesforce administrator, there is a lot of question for Salesforce administrator in the interviews. So for now we are not going to go in depth in this one. So field level security for profiles. So there are so many profiles are given here, and our standard user, system administrator, and standard platform user profile is also there, that is also checked. So we are going with default one, already visible for all profiles. So click next. In step 4, add to page layouts. So what is page layout? Where we are getting the information, where we are getting the detail of that particular object, that is page layout. So by default employee page layout is there. So field label is employee ID, data type is text, field name is or API name is employee ID, underscore is there. Description, this is to store employee ID. So previous, if we need to do any correction, click on this, save and new. If I need to create just now a second field, we have to click on save and new. And if I need to create this field only, I have to click on save. So click on save. Let's see is it created over here or not. So as we had created employee ID, so employee underscore ID, it is taken while creating the field, and double underscore is coming at the end, as this is custom field. We had taken text 50 and it is unique, case insensitive. So these are the fields created by Salesforce. The field name for which we are not seeing double underscore C at the end, that is standard fields, and the fields which are denoted by double underscore C at the end means that is custom field. So let's see in the our application, is it appearing or not. So we need to refresh to get the output. So if I am clicking on new button, so see, employee name is already presented there, and employee ID we had created, this is unique, this will be unique, and this is required. Here asterisk symbol we are seeing. So we had given the help text as unique ID. So without entering this field information, we can't save the record. So this is mandatory or compulsory, we have to provide the information of this employee ID or employee name, as this is also a mandatory. So next we have to create some more fields. Let's see into our PPT. So we have to create designation, experience, and date of birth. Let's create. So again, if we have to create the fields, simply we have to click on new. So for designation, first we need to select the data type. So what will be the data type for this? I am going to choose text area. Allows user to enter up to 255 characters on separate lines. So I am clicking on next. Field name is designation. Hit the tab button, provide the description, help text, and if it is required we have to check this, otherwise we have to skip. So for now I am skipping this all the information, clicking on next button. So in the step 2, establish field level security, I am going with default for now. So let's see, standard platform user, standard user and system administrator, these all are checked. Click next. Add to page layouts, employee page layout, it's already added, means it is checked. Click save and new, as we have to create some more fields. So next we have to create experience field. So for that I am going to take text area long, as experience is holding some more number of characters, so allows user to enter up to 131072 characters on separate lines. So it will work for experience. Next. Next we have to provide the field label. Hit the tab button. Visible lines will be only 3. We can make it more also. So I am skipping the information, description, help text. Click next. In establish field level security, again I am going with default one. We will see the difference in later sessions. Add to page layouts, it is added in employee page layout. Again I am hitting save and new, as I have to create one more field. So next I have to create date of birth. So I am going to take date data type, allows user to enter a date or pick a date from a pop-up calendar. So click on next. Date of birth, hit the tab button, provide the description and help text. For the best practice I am leaving this. Click next. Establish field level security, again I am going with default one. Click next. Add to page layouts, employee layout. When finished, click save and new to create more custom fields, or click save if you are done. So for now I am done. I am not going to create any more fields, so I have to click on save. So these many fields are created. So let's see, this field is created by Salesforce, so there is not _C at the end. This is created by us as a custom field, again custom field, again this custom field. So this is a standard field, this is custom field, and again standard and standard. So if all I need to see this on our page, on the employee page, so we need to refresh. Click employees, click new. So as sometimes we are not getting updated or page is getting reloaded, so what we need to do, just right click on this, or click refresh some couple of times. So click on employee, click new. Still it is not visible, so what we have to do here, anywhere just right click, inspect, click on inspect. Again here at reload this page, we need to click, we have to right click and hard reload. So hard reload this page, cross the inspect element, click on employees, again click new. Still it is not available, so give this page a moment. So close this. Sometimes it is taking a little bit of time, so no worries. If it is taking some time, just come again after a couple of minutes. You will be able to see the fields for that particular object. So simply click on setup. In the app launcher, search for our application. Click on this. So click on employee, click new. So still it is not populating the field names, as already we can cross verify this while clicking on employee. So click on edit object. We can verify from here. Below fields and relationship, we are able to see that page layouts. Click on this. There is an employee page layout. Click here. So here we are able to see that employee name and employee ID we are seeing right now also, but designation, experience and date of birth fields are not coming. So it is available on the page, but due to some network issue it is not populating over there. So no worries, in the tomorrow session I am going to see, I am going to start from here itself. So in your case, maybe it is going to populate right away when you are creating the fields. Also here it is saying that so see, here we are able to see as a system administrator, here employee name is there, employee ID is there, designation is there, experience is there, date of birth, and by default this field is also coming over here. So created by, as we had seen in the field section, last modified by owner. These fields we had not created, but still it is coming. It is created by Salesforce and given to us. Then in the tomorrow session we are going to see how to create an object as well as field with schema builder. So tomorrow's session is again an important one. So someone is not attended the yesterday's or today's session. If they are attending the tomorrow's session, that is going to cover the both session. So tomorrow we are going to create custom object as well as custom field by using schema builder.